Final Fight Streetwise, one of my best games in the whole world and my first ever game I ever played on the good old PS2. I remember one day my older brother coming back home after deciding he had enough of playing games like Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat on the GameCube. He went out and bought our first official PS2 with Final Fight Streetwise, which I never heard of or let alone played any of the other games in the franchise. Knowing other games from Capcom like Resident Evil 4 and stuff like that, it was bizarre to me to see them make a beat 'em up game, let alone that it had a franchise with it. I found out a few facts about it, and it was meant to be the first Street Fighter, which instead they decided to make it Final Fight. Final Fight, the first one, was supposed to be the only one, but then they made number 2, 3, and then they made Streetwise for the PS2, the next gen. Knowing the graphics in the game, yes, they are downgraded to this day, they're not realistic, and it looks kind of blocked with the polygons, but it's still a good beat 'em up game. It's relaxing at times. You can just run around doing side missions like stomping cockroaches, beating the shit out of thugs, or if you want, get someone's crazy ex to smash up your car or some shit. You can do whatever you want in this game really, and it's got some awesome music. Bands like Soulfly, Slipknot, Shadowfall, Fear Factory, a lot of these names bands are in this game. Also there is some hip hop artist, rap artist in this game, but I don't really listen to rap. The only one I really listen to is The Hood, but if I was to play that I'll probably get copyrighted, knowing fucking YouTube these days. But I still love this game. Sometimes I just bash it on just to play the arcade mode by myself. Back in the old days, me and my brother used to play it quite a lot together. We actually completed this game together, and that made a whole new generation for me and my brother. We had a new system to do. We played a lot of games together, including Resident Evil 4, which we never completed together, we actually completed separately. But then I went on to other games like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat I never used to play back in the days. I was never good at it, and I'm still not good at it this day. But I love playing beat 'em up games, and Final Fight Streetwise is one of them games where you can relax and do whatever you want, even if you just want to sit there and listen to old bands. My most favourite song so far is The Hood and Slipknot, Pulse of the Maggots, and the music goes really well with all the fighting scenes, and the story can get messed up at times, especially when it's going on to the drugs and stuff, this legal drug gore, which is the whole concept of the game. But I think I'll just give you a bit of background on it and see what you think. Final Fight Streetwise is a 3D beat 'em up game produced by Capcom and released in North America on February the 28th, 2006. Then later in Europe for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. It is a sequel to Final Fight 3, developed by the American team of Capcom Production Studio 8, the developers of Final Fight Revenge and the Maximo series. It is the 6th and final installment of the Final Fight series. The game returned the series to its beat 'em up roots, casting players as Carl Travis, brother of Cody from the first game. Hagar and Guy also make an appearance in the game. Story mode, which has Carl battling a maniac priest named Father Bello and the legal drug Glow. Final Fight Streetwise story mode, which is exclusively single player, consists of 10 minigames including cockroach stomping, arm wrestling, slide puzzles, shooting contests and classic car bash. Players earn money through pit fights and side missions, upgrading Carl's moveset by training in various gyms in Metro City while progressing through the game. An instinct system allows you to counter opponents' attacks as well as makes your attacks more powerful. The game's protagonist is Kyle, younger brother of Cody, Travis, from the original Final Fight. He is a 27-year-old former Marine who has lived on the streets of Metro City along with his brother Cody since childhood. Coming from a broken home, Kyle was brought up by his brother, who taught him how to survive life on the streets and earn respect. Hagar reveals that Kyle was a troublemaker and a hoodlum prior to joining the military, calling him a skinny-legged punk. Later, as a skilled hand-to-hand fighter, Kyle uses his talent to support himself in the local pit fighting club. He goes in search of Cody after he is abducted from Kyle's girlfriend's bar. His girlfriend Vanessa Sims and her brother Sergeant Sims aid Kyle in his search by providing him with information. The game's antagonist is Father Bella. He has been distributing a new drug called Glow throughout Metro City. It is later revealed that he is the younger brother of Bella from the original Final Fight. The game save system can only be used once the player decides to quit the game. Progress will resume at the last checkpoint rather than the character's last position, which is kind of stupid, especially when you're going against a boss. Now when you go against a boss, you need the health, but if you die, you restart at the beginning of the boss fight. So every time you go against a boss, you're pretty much screwed if you lost shitloads of health. And that's my opinion. That's the only one shit about this game, is the save system. They could have done it a lot better, like Rockstar did with Manhunt, where they had like save points where you could save it and it reloads. But they don't have a save system like that. There's no manual save, there's only an auto save, and that is once you've quit the game. The arcade mode is no frills either. It's a 3D brawler where you go through the hood all the way to the factory, which is basically just the same as the first game. You do unlock new characters like Guy and Hagar, but Hagar is kind of slow. He is powerful but is slow. Guy is the fastest. He has fast kicks and fast punches, but the problem with him is his combat system is a little bit different compared to Carl's and Cody's. Now you do play as Cody as well, which is Carl's brother, but Cody is weak because of his old days where he was fighting and he got injured. He explains that during the main story of the game, which I don't want to spoil, but you will see. But Carl is the fastest and strongest out of them all. He has some good moves that you do get to perform during arcade, but you don't get to upgrade. It's just a point system with the high score to see how high your score can go. As I was saying about Hagar, he is really slow but powerful, and that's the only good thing about Hagar. As for Guy, playing as Guy, it's like playing as like fucking Bruce Lee. He is awesome with his fast kicks, and he's also got this special move where lightning comes out of his fucking hand like Raiden. Good, like Guy is good to play as in the arcade mode. So is Cody at some extent if you want to have it a lot harder, especially when his abilities are more weaker than Kyle and Guy. Guy is the most powerfulest, I think, and the most strongest, but Kyle is the second strongest out of them all, and you do meet him later on. But there is a problem with like arcade mode, is you only get 3 lives. If you die after them 3 lives, you have to restart again, and it's kind of a piss take. Unlike the original Final Fight that you can unlock after you've completed the game, you have to complete the game to get certain bonuses, like certain characters out of arcade mode, like Cody and Guy and Haggle. You meet them through the main story. That's when you unlock them for the arcade mode. As for everything else, like Final Fight, the original, you can unlock that as soon as you completed the game. And I had a lot of fun playing the original as well. I sat back and relaxed with that, like didn't have to do much. You can die repeatedly and restart. I think it's up to like 10 lives, and then it'll go on to the next character. I have done original gameplay for it, and I will be playing it on this channel. But here was a slight review on this game, and there is some problems with this game, especially if it's an emulated one. The sound dips in and out and it's not really good. I did try an emulator before with it, didn't work, so I managed to pick it up for about £4 from CX on their website, and I've really enjoyed it. I remember the days playing this game, and it was joyful, like playing it, just sitting in the back having nostalgia for stuff like this. And also, it never gets boring, but it does at some bits, especially the main story. It gets boring at times, especially when you're looking for Cody. But once you do all the pit fights and the side missions, you actually get into the story a lot later on. It is worth playing if you just want a straight up beat 'em up game where you just run around beating the shit out of everyone. Go for it, pick it up. It is worth playing. And even that, if you just only want it as a collection for Final Fight, go for it. It is worth collecting, and it is worth playing an old game like this that, you know, was inspired Street Fighter, I should say. But it's a fast-paced game. You know, you go A to B basically. It's a bit like Resident Evil 4. You know, you go A to B, that's it. You complete a mission, you carry on. But there's always something new to do, like, you know, collecting all the special moves, doing side missions like trashing up cars, cockroaches. It's not all consistent of that, but it does consist of them games to get money to upgrade your character. You can upgrade his health, his instinct meter. You can grab weapons like shotguns, submachine guns, fucking pistols, you name it. You can collect it in this game. But there's also other stuff you need to do with this game. The slide puzzles, I really enjoyed doing, sitting there relaxing doing them. I don't really like the cockroach stomping. That's really boring because the timer just runs out. And there's another one where you have to pick up trash cans and throw them to see how many you can take out. As for the story is very interesting. You know, it's about his brother Kyle trying to protect his older brother, which the way is what my life is like with my older brother. I'm always protecting him and he's always protecting me, and that's what you have to do in this game. You're just looking for your brother, really, and on the way you got gangs who just want to straight up fucking murder your ass for no reason. But that's the way it is, you know, with these games. But Final Fight Streetwise story is really good. It is based off the first one where you killed Bella's brother. Now his brother's looking for revenge, and his revenge is going on Cody, and he's actually got Cody infected with the glow, the drug glow, so now he's like hypnotic, fucking wants to go back to his old days where he was fighting, and he wants to earn money and stuff like that, but the way he's doing it is all wrong. Carol's trying to protect him, and it does go into detail about what happened and stuff later on, and Carol's just messed up about it. All he cares about is his brother, getting him off this drug and getting him out of Metro City. They do want to leave the place. You do find out later on that Carl wants to leave the place, especially nearer to the end with his girlfriend Vanessa, who owns the bar where he grew. They grew up in the Metro City, so you know he wants to get out of there. And it's got some funny liners and funny quotes and stuff like it, like that, like Too Ill. There's a character called Too Ill in it. He's one of my favourite characters. His dialogue's just ridiculous, but it goes so well with his character. And the voice actor who plays as Carl is brilliant. Like everything he says and the way he directs his voice to other characters in the game, it is brilliant. There is some good things about the game, and there is some bad things, like especially when you're trying to record a video and it dips. It's supposed to be at 720p, but it goes down to 360p when you're actually recording, so the screen can be a little bit shit, especially when you're recording. I was recording on a really tiny screen, but it looks big now. That's how fucked up it was. And the fighting, I have to explain the fighting skills in it are really good as well. Like there's always one combo I use, which is square double X, and he does a roundhouse kick, and that pretty much just knocks them all back straight away. But like I said, I recommend this game. It is a brilliant game. Just go for it and have a bit of fun. You know, not all beat 'em up games have to be straightforward, and this one's straightforward but a lot of fun, especially when you kick the shit out of someone and stuff like that. It is brilliant. All the bosses are brilliant. Like the Stiff, I like his character. He's a fast-paced character, bit of a dick, but you know, we're all dicks in real life, but fuck it. But anyway, my name is CalmLoveOC. I hope you enjoyed this short little review on what I think of Final Fight, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace, boys and girls. This is CalmLoveOC.
What the? Tell the man this is some wicked shit, man. Yeah, right. I'll tell him. I feel like I can pick up a fucking bus. Look at his eyes. What the hell is this freak tripping on? And what's he doing here? Some really good fucking shit.